And good morning. Welcome to Today to Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with our odds maker Keith Fustel. Here we go. We get you ready for another 3-day race weekend here at Laurel Park. Now next week we'll go to 4 days a week. Starting next week we'll have live racing Thursday through Sunday. Big weekend this weekend. Of course, we have the Stronach 5 today. We'll get to all that. Tomorrow's going to be a big day nationally. You have 3 big Triple Crown prep races. We hope to see some of them horses in the middle jewel of the Triple Crown. Of course, the Preakness, third Saturday in May at Pimlico. Tickets on sale now for Preakness. Go to Preakness.com for all your tickets and information. But yeah, Trombetta with the Live Oak horse down there in the Bluegrass at Keeneland, win. And then you have the former Gary Capuano horse, Hoffa's Union, that won by a pole here in debut, now in the Marcassi barn, and that horse in the wood up there at Aqueduct. And then you have the Santa Anita Derby tomorrow as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it. See if anybody kind of maybe separate themselves tightly.
Right.
Tight group here. I mean, I don't see anybody leaps and bounds looking as a strong favorite right now heading towards the Derby. Maybe the picture will be a little bit clearer after tomorrow. Then we still got to worry about the Arkansas Derby, right?
Sure.
So, yeah.
I just want to see if anybody's as good as Always Mining. Huh?
Yeah, well, the local, absolutely.
Yeah, Always Mining. He's been in the news this week. Looks like they're going to aim for the Tessio.
And that's the right move.
All goes well there. If they win the Tessio, that's a win, and you're in for the Preakness. So the Maryland bred aiming towards the Tessio. That's going to be a big day Saturday, April 20th here at Laurel Park. Let's show you what's going on with the Stronach 5. The popular national wager. Laurel Park once again going to be involved in today's Stronach 5. It's a guaranteed $100,000 pool for the Stronach 5. They bet over $200,000 into it last Friday. Once again, I think he had 6 winning tickets for about $32,000, a little over $32,000 each last Friday. So this thing keeps paying big week in, week out. Let's show you the lineup of races for the Stronach 5. Remember, this is an industry low 12% takeout, so you get more money back in your pockets when you hit the Stronach 5. Here's the lineup now. It's going to start at Gulfstream this week. Don't sleep on it. It's going to start Gulfstream Park, race 7. That's going to go off at about 4:19 Eastern time. Then leg B of the Stronach 5 will be right here at Laurel Park, race 9. That's a nice maiden 40, going 5.5 furlongs, 3 and up. Big 9-horse field in leg B of the Stronach 5 right here, Laurel Park, race 9. Then leg C down at Gulfstream, race 9. Then leg D, we go out to California. Leg D, Golden Gate Fields, race 5. There's a popular 7-5 shot there in leg D at Golden Gate. The 3 drill times, 7-5. I single on that horse. Then leg E is Santa Anita, race 5. That's a nice maiden special weight going 2 turns on their turf course out there at Santa Anita. So there's the lineup of races. I'll have a ticket for it. My co-host Tim Tulloch will have a ticket for it. You can study both our tickets on the laurelpark.com website. Underneath the handicapping section, all of our tickets are up there. Keith's ticket for the early pick 4 is up there as well. So we'll have tickets. You should have tickets. A lot of people are going to have a ticket for the Stronach 5.
Yeah.
It's we're going to have the Trombetta horse, right? The Trombetta horse here at Laurel, race 9.
Yeah,
Trombetta head's going to have the heavy favorite there, the 8th day the music died.
Yeah, I think favoritism. Yeah, I think he's going to end up the favorite. I had him probably lined a little too high at 3. You've got 3 scratches on the outside to 10, 11, and 12. Railmaster should take some play off his most recent fig. That was
Toledo.
A good effort. It showed he could rally. And Mary Epler's got an interesting firster in there, 7 by Jumpstart. And don't sleep on Damon down inside the way this barn has been going right now. 8-1 morning line. Tab the total on Reno Grande for Elevate Equine. Yeah.
All right, so that's all coming up for you. In race 9, it's going to be leg B of that popular Stronach 5 today. Let's get right to it. Let's show you what's going on this weekend. We have a huge, forget about them Triple Crown preps at Keeneland, Aqueduct, Santa Anita. The party's going to be right here tomorrow at Laurel Park. Decanter Reimagined, a racing and wine experience right here at Laurel Park tomorrow. it's going to start. Well, let's see. Our gates open, I think, 11:30. So I think this starts probably 12 noon. This is always very popular. I'm expecting a big crowd. You can find out more information about this on our website, laurelpark.com.
Yeah. And I think they're throwing a little brunch in there for you as well. I think that can be purchased as well. So
all right.
Hopefully a very good afternoon for everybody. And we welcome the new fans every year for events like this.
Yeah, have some nice wine. We have some nice racing tomorrow. Race 6, our big allowance feature of the day tomorrow here at Laurel Park. So that's this Saturday here at Laurel Park. 2 weeks from this Saturday is going to be another Monster Super Saturday. It's our Spring Stake Spectacular, Saturday, April 20th. 5 stake races, over $750,000 in purses. The big feature of the day is going to be the ExpressBet.com Federico Tessio. That's a win, and you're in for the Preakness. The Weber City Miss, a win, and you're in for the Black-Eyed Susan. A snazzy giveaway as well for our Spring Stake Spectacular. You get a Maryland Jockey Club tote bag giveaway when you buy a program. That looks like a nice tote bag you can take down the ocean this summer. Going down to Ocean City with that Maryland Jockey Club tote bag.
Sneaking a couple things right past the lifeguard, huh?
Right.
Past beach patrol. That's all we need. Yeah, the wife and the daughter, they could use one of those. I mean, I guess we're going to have to buy a couple programs.
Yeah, buy a couple programs, get a tote bag. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of those at Pimlico for the Preakness. So that's coming up. Check out the website for more details about all the upcoming events, laurelpark.com. All right, let's get right to it, guys. Let's show you a picture of the main track. There it is. Now, we had a few sprinkles earlier this morning. It wasn't doing anything out there earlier. Your thoughts on the track and the conditions?
Fast right now, obviously sealed up. The protective measure. Don't know the exact forecast. I know we've got a little drizzle in the area, but right now we're going to start it as fast and sealed. I would think they would open up before race 1, but we'll let you know a little bit later, and surely you and Tim will before the opener.
Okay, all right, well, good stuff. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 is going to kick off the popular early pick 5. That's a mandatory payout on the early pick 5. And just like the late pick 5, just like the Stronach 5, it's an industry low 12% takeout on all the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. I have tickets for all the pick 5s today. They're on the website. Let's check it out here. Now, I went a little heavier in my early pick 5 than my late pick 5 because I've been noticing a trend recently that they've been hammering the early pick 5. The late pick 5 is still popular. Sometimes you get that carryover in the late pick 5, but they've been really attacking this early pick 5. They're coming up with some nice handles, 30, 35, 40,000 on a consistent basis.
Yeah, we're going to pay out no matter what. So
sure,
that's the deal.
Right?
Yeah, mandatory payout.
So I have a $48 ticket here. I'm gonna in the opener. I just used the 2 favorites: the 1 7-5 Untruthful Sonnet, the 2 Bash 8-5. A horse I had to throw out just to make my ticket affordable. I kind of like the 4 Hard Rock and Blues at 4-1 for trainer Jason Smith. He just had a big win. She by Great Ocean just had a big win last out here at Laurel Park. But just 1-2 on my on-air ticket to kick it on. I'm going to go after this early pick 5 today. If I have time to get to the window, try to hit the early pick 5, then parlay that into the Stronach 5. Make it a big day at the races. So second race, I go 3 deep with the 1-3-5. Then race 3, I go 4 deep. That's a beaten nickel. Going 7/8, I go with the 2-3-5-8. Race 4, that's a wide open maiden 10 3/4. I go 4 deep there with the 1-2-6-7. The 1 and the 2 are going to be your favorites, but the 6 or the 7 Belmonte is going to be one of your favorites as well. But the 6 Liar maybe at 6-1 on the drop for Laurie Testerman. I think that horse is live at a decent price. And then Key race 5's a nice allowance race. Going a mile, I single there on the 6, Never More. Runs first off the claim for trainer Lacey Gaudette. You have a stat for the Lacey Gaudette barn with this move. Joan Rosado will ride. This horse had a big win at Aqueduct back in February. And the last time it ran, it won big, and Lacey claimed it that day. So first start today here at Laurel for the 6, Never More. I single on that horse in race 5.
Yeah, stupid around after, was able to do the line and everything and looked at some other sources, and that horse could be favored in there when you break it all down. I think it's going to be tight between Never Nevermore and Sparty, who took a lot of play in the same kind of race last
tough.
time. Yeah.
Yep, he's always tough. Kind of been a hard luck horse as of late. Let's check out race 1. We're going a flat mile, claiming 16,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime here in the opener. We both go with one of the favorites here, the favorite, 7-5 here on the one on Truthful Sonnet. Trevor McCarthy, the leading rider for the winter meet. He takes the call on this 5-year-old mare for trainer Jamie Ness. Now, first start here in the Ness barn. He's a solid 20% from a big sampling of horses, and this horse been last race was on the slop at Fairgrounds late February. Ran an okay 4th at a similar level down there at the Fairgrounds. The horse does have a win on the main track. In fact, he's 4 for 5 in the money on the main track, and he catches a nice group today.
Yeah, 1 for 25. Boy, that's the thing that just kind of jumps out at you. But you've got Bash, who was visually strong last time, did not beat much at all, but now going to go to a new barn. Robbie certainly capable. Bash maybe going to have to chase the speed, and will that take a little bit out of that late kick from Bash? But the one horse comes out of a triple key race down at the Fairgrounds. The third place finisher Glance, who this mare just finished just behind, came back to run a credible 62. Didn't have the easiest of trips. Catches the right field. Has shown she can kind of make a run from off of it. You go back on her page, back at that race last May at Gulfstream, recovering from trouble to kind of loop and swoop and go by. So on Truthful Sign, I think Trevor will have this horse in good position. Stalking pounce kind of move. Hard Rock and Blues, you're right. That's kind of, if you're going to maybe help this exacta or try a little bit, maybe Hard Rock and Blues. Light Bulb kind of has gone on a little bit when stretched out. Softer internals last time out, but I like the finish of this horse going out to the wire. That track was on the slower side, so a little bit tougher to make that number. Hard Rock and Blues, maybe the improving type in here, Stan. And Scarlet Tanager looks to me like the speed. They're going to go right to the front with her. It doesn't look like she's going to be able to get the mile, but I think she can take them to at least upper stretch, and we'll go from there.
The 4 Hard Rock and Blues, 4-year-old filly by Great Notion. They just keep getting better and better and better. Maryland's leading stallion, Great Notion. Let's check out race 2 here. You like the early pick 4. It starts in race 2, claiming 16,000, 3 and up, going 7 furlongs. Let's check out your ticket and see how you played it.
Okay, let's check it out. 1350. We like to start a little bit late on Friday. We want to build things up a little crescendo later in the day with the Stronic 5. So 357 in race 2. 7 would be my price user. I'm going to throw this horse on top. Kind of a suspicious drop. Maybe they're trying to get rid of this horse, but didn't have easy trips up at Penn. 3 deep in the 3rd with the 2, 5, and 8. Also 3 deep in the 4th, 2, 6, 7. If you want to go one more in there, throw Hammy's horse in there with Cardona from the rail. Still affordable. And then the 5th race, yeah, your single, my single, Never more. For Lace, carrying a lot of weight is that horse today.
A lot of weight. We both like Gaudette in race 5. All right, let's check out the second race here. A nice wide open, claiming 16,000, 3 and up. We're going 7 furlongs. I go with the 5 on top. We have a video spotlight of the 5 Goldman, the 10-year-old who's made almost 400,000. Here's the big effort right here at Laurel late February.
Absolute war horse, his Goldman. He's been through some different barns, and he shows up pretty much each and every race. Maybe a bit off a little bit more than he could chew last time at the 6.5 furlong distance. He's a little bit better at 7. How about 3 for 4 at the distance with a second place finish? It gets a pretty credible field right here. Gets the lead, and it just opens up a clear lead. Just can't hold on as Team Tim is going to wear him down late. I don't know what happens to the speed of Joy Drive. So saying that, I think Courtney Song and Goldman, they're going to be close up on the front end today. Goldman going to hang around a long way. My price user is going to be Gray's Island. But look at this effort. Just dead game to the wire, Goldman. Gotta love it. Interesting. Putting him in for 16. Been a while since he's been this low.
Drop,
So a little drop for the 10-year-old, just trying to pick his head back up. He's certainly going to be tough. But I go outside. A little price. Jockey trainer, look at that, 50%. Graves Island, he's got a big race and a good number back. I was going back to August of 18 over the summer. But look at rail shut off and a 2 other than, gets a number of 82. And right around an 80, I think, is going to win this race. comes out of some fast internal fractions, races up at Penn with some early trouble. I think he's going to be able to get a perfect move from just off the pace here. Aggressive rider in Almodovar coming from Charlestown.
Yeah, the horse, I took a couple looks at this horse. A 6-year-old who's made a bunch of money, over $300,000 on Motivar, comes to town to ride for Kim Grace. Yeah, I didn't use the horse. Does take a nice drop today, coming off that freshening. We haven't seen him since early February. Last 2 races weren't very good, but the class relief could wake him up today. He did run a big race here at Laurel Park last August against Better Company. I didn't use him today. The 3 Court in a Song for trainer Hugh McMahon, Katie Davis on this 7-year-old, a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. Nice win last out against Open 12-5 Company.
Yeah, you see the 2-back try. He was behind Goldman. He got away with an easier setup last time. He was on the front end. Look at that, 23-3, 46-3. Kind of walking the dog for that. But he fits. This is about this level. 12-5 is perfect. He hedges up just a little bit, but he catches the right kind of $16,000 field today, Stan. He doesn't necessarily need the lead, although based on this field, if Joy Dry doesn't go, I think Katie's going to be aggressive with this horse right out of the gate.
All right, so nice wide open, claiming 16,000 there in race 2 to kick off that early pick 4. Let's check out race 3. We're going 7 furlongs once again here in the third, claiming 5,000, 3 and up. Never won 3 life or straight 3-year-olds here in race 3, and we start the rolling super high 5 here in race 3. That has a low 15% takeout. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Let's check out this beat nickel here in the third. I go with the 2, Arriva Dirty, for trainer Hugh McMahon. A nice win last out against Nickel 2 Life. McMahon keeps us gelding by a 4-year-old by Girolamo, keeps him at the $5,000 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. Davis and McMahon, they're 24% together, so we both have the 2 on top.
He certainly got a little help from Dark Ops, who got the staggers the last 16th of a mile, but he finished okay when you really break it down. The 7 furlong distance, he's 0 for 2. He hasn't hit the board at 7, but he's tactical against this group. I think Patriotic Quest is going to go out with Correa, maybe a little bit of a lineup race. Correa's been deadly. He's been very good on the front end on his horses, so he's been able to rate these horses, take them a little bit further. So I think Arrivederci kind of stalks and moves with Patriotic Quest. In him with him, shortening up in distance. He's going to have to chase a little quicker pace, but he's got the stamina build up off of the mile race.
Yeah, how about this Correa, this bug boy, this 7-pound bug boy, hitting that 30% here against some tough, a very tough jockey colony. Yeah, 10 for 33. He's had a couple big weekends recently.
This is a situation when you get a young rider that's hot, a bug. Trainers are going to take advantage of it.
Sure, get the weight.
Owners are all looking for him. You're going to see him doubled up sometimes and call in the overnight. And as a bettor, you don't want to let this kind of rider beat you. Go in, take him a dollar key box. He's 8, 10, 12 to 1 with a couple horses in the race. You do not want to look up on the board and you see a live rider, a young rider, a hungry rider like this who's got some talent beat you. You got to throw him in.
All right, so we both like some of the same horses there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. Still lots to cover. Nice carryover today in our Rainbow Pick 6. That starts in race 4, Stronach 5, all that right after this.
When it comes to getting back in the game, there's only one team to turn to. The team more high school, collegiate, and professional athletes train and recover with. That team is MedStar Sports Medicine. For more than 30 years, MedStar has served as a leader in the diagnosis, treatment, and rehabilitation of orthopedic and sports-related injuries. Ranked among the top programs in the Maryland and Washington regions, we offer rapid access to athletes of all levels. Let the pros who treat the pros treat you. MedStar Sports Medicine.
Okay, welcome back. Lots of action here in race 4. We kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 here in this race. There's the carryover, $3,365. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, he'll have a ticket for it. Let's check it out real quick and see how he played it. You can study this ticket some more on the laurelpark.com website. Underneath the handicapping section, they have all of our tickets up there, and I like his ticket. He has 2 singles there on the ticket. He hits the all button. Race 4 to kick it off. He goes with the 1-2-7. Race 5, that's a nice allowance race. He hits the all button there in race 5. Race 6, he singles there on the 9 New Stones for Claudio Gonzalez. Race 7, he goes with the 1-4-6. Race 8, That's a nice starter allowance. He goes 4 deep there with the 2-3, 5-7, and then race 9. He singles on the Trombetta favor there. The 8th day the music died with Pimentel aboard. That horse looks tough to beat there in Laurel Park's race 9. So there's his ticket, $43.20 play. Let's check it out here for race 4. We also kick off the middle pick 4 in this race. Maiden claiming 10,003 and up, going 6 furlongs. And I like the 7 a little bit. You have the 7. You like the 7 in your exacta. We'll get to the 7 in a second. We have a video spotlight on the 7 Belmonte. He's your okay. Well, let's show you that first because he's your 9-5 morning line favorite, the 7 Belmonte today. Here's the race back in February.
Yeah, and he's going to battle on the lead. Jack Greer Stub Hutch edges away. Looks like he's gone, leaving the 3/16 pole, but Belmonte's not going to have anything of it. He's going to battle back to miss by a neck. Strong effort. This was the first time in the barn off of a little bit of a layoff. Belmonte, where's he been? It's the biggest question. The blinkers go on. A barn, it doesn't win at a high clip. You know, that's the key here. So I had to kind of, 9-5. He could be a little bit lower than this when it's all said and done, no doubt about it. I like the way the Jack Greer Stub Hutch came back to win. It's going to be his race to lose on the front today. I go to the horse that's off-time barn change here, Dale Cap, the 2 horse.
All right, so we both trying to beat the favorite here to kick off this pick 6.
Yeah.
Let's start with your top pick here, the 2 Fire Marshal, 4-year-old son of Frisian Fire. Dale reached in, grabbed this horse last summer for, 16,000. Didn't run very well that day. Ran well in debut last summer here at Laurel Park, but now he comes off the long layoff. He's well prepared. Some nice works on the work tab, at least consistent works on the work tab, and a couple 5 furlong works, a couple works from the gate recently. Correa, the hot bug boy, takes the call.
Yeah, he goes and searches Stomp Dance. We know he's had a pretty good career here now for Kieran. That was the last winner back in June. I go back to the debut run for the maiden 12-5 race. Well, it was maiden 16. He was in for the 12-5. A good closing effort. Last place finisher came out of that race to go ahead and win with a much improved number of a 52. So the key is Dale goes searches. He goes gets Correa. He's got the live rider off time, and this is a trainer. Dale, don't worry about the long layoffs with him. He hits, go back 4 or 5 years even. He's going to carry a positive ROI and hit at a good strike rate. So I take the 2 as a little bit of an upset shot over the 7 Belmonte. But the 7, I think he's clearly the one to beat on the front end.
On paper, and neither one of us are too in love with the 7. That's why I didn't pick him on top. He could be vulnerable coming off that freshening. Where's he been since that big effort back in February? He was coming into that race after having 2 months off, and then they had to give him almost another 2 months off.
Yeah,
so
he's traveling, right? He's coming up from down
Kentucky?
in Kentucky. Yeah.
Yep. So we both try to beat the 7. The 2's coming off the layoff for a top barn. So I like the 2 Fire Marshal. I just take a shot with the 1 Perfect Air for trainer Hammy Smith, 3-year-old by Jumpstart. Hammy is the owner, breeder, and trainer of this horse, and the horse will be fit. He ran okay last out. He had to break from the 1 hole last out. Draws the rail once again today. You get 7 pounds off, though, with Sam Cardona. I like the outfit. When in doubt, these cheap races, just go with the horse you think is going to be well prepared. You did that with the 2 Fire Marshal for a good barn. I do that with the 1 Perfect Air for Hammy Smith.
Yeah, Hammy won in Correa. That was the original name rider. He's going to get Cardona, who's another one who's doing okay here. So Perfect Air, the blinkers went on last time. I guess maybe they were hoping a little bit more speed, sending him up into the flow, but he was bumped around at the break and really couldn't recover. But up against a key horse in Chesapeake City, Mr. Chesapeake City, 2 races back, that was a pretty good rally. So that would fit and do well in this field. And I like Lyre as well. You're using Lyre as a little bit of a price here. 6-1 on your morning line for Valora Testrum, and turn back in distance going to be the key for Lyre.
Yep, 6-1. Laurie, she got she maybe some money that there's gold, the Stronach 5 a few weeks back. See if she can come through at a price for me with the 6 Lyre in race 4. Let's turn the page here. Race 5's a nice race. We kick off the late pick 5 here in the 5th. No carryover today. They took it down once again last Sunday, but as always, that industry low 12%. Take out more money back in your pockets when you hit the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. I have a ticket for the late pick 5. Let's check it out. Very affordable, $18 play here for my late pick 5. Race 5's a nice allowance race going a mile. I go with the 3, 6, 8. The 6, my top pick, Never More. I have on top. You know, the 3, Legends Hope, could run well at 8-1, coming off the layoff for my man Teddy Mayer, shipping down from Fair Hill. Horse ran lights out with that last win last November. The 3, Legends Hope, I like at 8-1 there in race 5. Race 6, I go with the 4, 7. Race 7's my best bet of the day. Starter allowance going 7 furlongs. My best bet of the day, the 4, Global Citizen. 4, trainer Horacio DePaz, Trevor McCarthy to ride to Sagamore Farm. Homebred, the 4, Global Citizen, 8-5. Looks tough to beat in race 7. Race 8, I go 2, 7. And then race 9, that's going to be a well-played, a well-bet race today. It's part of that national wager, the Stronach 5. It's a maiden 40, 3 and up. Scratch the 10, 11, and the 12 from race 9. Still big 9-horse field. I go with the 3, 7, 8 there in race 9. So late pick 5 starts right now in race 5. A nice first-level allowance. This is a first-level allowance for Maryland-bred, Maryland-sired horses, 3 and up, going a flat mile. The 6, Never More, we both have on top. We have a stat to show you. You have a stat here you found for trainer Lacey Gaudette, recently first off the claim.
Yeah, past 3 years on the dirt, 5 for 16, first off the claim, and back within 31 to 60 days. Staggering ROI of 525, and it looked like she plucked this horse out of New York right at the right time. The confidence is high. This is a horse that showed a little promise early on. They thought this horse was going to be something. Things didn't pan out. Got to the bottom level. We've seen her retool and move horses back up the ladder.
Sure.
Never More looks like he's going to be, making that run from mid-pack. I would have liked to seen maybe Red Gum stay and force the issue a little bit. Not a ton of speed. Sparty, Legends Hope. Will they send Legends Hope today? Interesting. That's what they did back in late November, which got the score at nearly 11-1. But I don't know if he's going to be able to shake away from Sparty. I think Sparty goes with McCarthy, but Never More. Ultra sharp last time. Strong, powerful race. You're looking back out of there. The third place finish. Remember old Admiral Blue? He was the favorite in the Maryland Million.
That's right.
Class. Remember that?
Yes.
The race won by Saratoga Bar.
Admiral's War Chest won it a couple years.
Yeah,
Admiral
but this
Blue.
horse came in was the favorite in that race. So, yeah there you go.
I remember, and Gaudette got this 4-year-old Maryland bred. That's why they claimed the horse and brought it down here. He's a Maryland bred. They'll get the Maryland bred owner bonus. And 4-year-old I Dance with Ravens, and Gaudette gets him off an 11% trainer, and she's been hitting at about close to 20% recently. So we both have the 6 on top. The 3, Legends Hope, a 6-year-old son of Not for Love for trainer Ted Mayer. Jorge Riez will ride. Teddy Mayer, the owner and trainer of this horse, and he was getting a class relief in that race late November, going a mile. That was a 16,003 life. He was dropping from allowance company. He ran okay in the Maryland Million Classic and ran some decent races last year before that big win to wrap up his 5-year-old campaign. But yeah, he galloped that day at 10-1, won by 5 1/4, wire to wire, no doubt about it. That was going a mile. Teddy Mayer now stabled up at Fair Hill the past couple months, and some decent works on the work tab up there at Fair Hill. I'm sure Ted's put some a bunch of nice long gallops into the horse. I think the 3, Legends Hope's going to be ready to run a big race off the layoff.
Yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting to see what Ruiz does, but he can finish as well. He didn't have the easiest trips 3 races back in October in the Maryland Million Classic, but was very willing, I thought, to the finish. So Legends Hope can take a stalking position in here. I probably, he's going to come down, I believe, off of that 8-1 morning line, as you say, with the lack of flow. But Teddy, we'll change the scenery for Teddy.
The 8, Sparty, gets Trevor McCarthy today. Maybe a new run. Nothing against Centron. Centron did well on the horse. Centron won on the horse and picked up a bunch of checks. But sometimes a different rider might shake up a horse a bit. You get McCarthy on the 8, Sparty today for trainer Tim Woolley.
Yeah, and 3 back he beats a horse that was just missed for 2 other than. You got to like his chances. In the clear outside. Martini kid, 5-time winner. He's red hot right now, but he's been fresh, and he ran a couple big ones in a row off since mid-February. Might do him some good the freshman, but he's down inside. He wants to be kind of into it around the turn, I would think. But he keys up. Built that way, the third-place finisher is kind of a key horse up there for me when I look a little late-night handicapping at Penn National. So he works against the right kind. Yep.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 6 will kick off the late pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs. Maiden claiming 10,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. My price play of the day here, I have the 4 on top. You like this horse a little bit as well. 3-year-old Maryland bred by Data Link for owner, trainer Donald Souter. Ricardo Chappie, live rider. Chappie's been solid recently. He's been winning. And Chappie just missed on this horse 2 starts ago back in mid-March, going 6 furlongs. A real big second that day, was bumped at the start, was wide on the turn, and a real big second at 53 to 1. And then regressed a little bit last out. They stretched the horse out to a mile late March. The horse was coming back in, 7 days and stretching out to a mile. Showed early speed, then faded. Now we're coming back here a little quick once again, 8 and 5, about 2 weeks. That's okay. We cut back to 6 furlongs today. I like that. I think the 4 Rapid Ash Cat is going to be a Rapid Ash Cat, going to be live here at a decent price.
Not an easy one to say.
No,
Robin's
Rapid Ash Cat.
Got to take care of that one. But the key is rough C. I mean, sitting there, how do you line them? 7 to 5 could be higher than that, could be lower. I took a little stab. You see 73, 75, 73 at first glance. Okay, but where's he been?
Right.
But look at the field comparatively. He's 30, 40 points better than most of these horses. I'm tossing. He beats me. He was late to the races. that debut at Keeneland, I think, was 4 next out winners out of that race. So I got to take a shot against him, see if anybody jumps in for the 6-year-old for the $10,000 tag. I go to Mid-Skipman, second time out here for Jerry Robb on a quick jam job, excuse and debut. Second out has always been a good fact for Jerry Robb. I think this horse is going to break a little better today, setting right to the front. Let's try to take him coast to coast.
All right, so I go with a 10 to 1 shot on top with the 4 in race 6. Keith's going with a 12 to 1 shot. Race 6 could be wide open to kick off that late pick 4. Let's turn the page. Race 7 now. Take note here in our race 7. When we get to our race 7, you really need to start punching those Stronach 5 tickets through, because the Stronach 5 starts with Gulfstream Park race 7 at about 4:19 Eastern time. Okay. Our race 7 is going to go off at about 4:12. So as soon as they run our race 7, you better start getting those Stronach 5 tickets in. Starts Gulfstream Park race 7. It's a $100,000 guarantee. Industry low, 12% takeout. 6 winning tickets last Friday. Paid over $32,000. They bet over $200,000 into it last Friday. Let's show you the lineup of races for today's Stronach 5. Gulfstream Park race 7 kicks it off at about 4:19 Eastern time. Then Laurel Park race 9 is leg B. Leg C, we go to Gulfstream Park race 9. Leg D, Golden Gate Fields out in California race 5. And then we wrap it up leg E, Santa Anita Park race 5. I have a ticket for it. Let's check it out here for my Stronach 5. The first leg at Gulfstream Park, race 7 to kick it off. There's my ticket, $72 ticket. I go 4 deep in the first leg. That's a 5 furlong turf sprint, claiming $35,000 to kick it off at Gulfstream. The 2 Big Rock's going to be one of the favorites. The 5 Morning Buzz going to be one of the favorites, and the 8 Shoshan Braves, a decent 8 to 1 price, and I like the 1 Grand Saman at 10 to 1. So I have a couple decent prices there at Gulfstream to kick it off. Race 9 at Laurel Park is leg B of the Stronach 5, and scratch the 12, scratch the 9, 10, scratch the 10, 11, and 12 in leg B here at Laurel Park. Race 9, scratch the 10, 11, 12. I go with the 3, 7, 8. Then leg C is at Gulfstream Park, race 9. I go with the 3, 9. My singles, leg D at Golden Gate Fields, race 5, a starter allowance going 5.5 to 3 drill time, 7 to 5 morning line. He looks awfully tough to beat, so I single on that horse. Then we wrap it up, Santa Anita, race 5, nice maiden special weight going long. On the grass, I go with the 3, 6, 10. You can study my tickets some more on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Let's check out here. Let's go to our race 7 now here at Laurel Park. Race 7, we're going 7 furlongs. Nice starter allowance. Company never won 3 is the condition. The 1, 2 Swords is going to be tough here. My best bet of the day, though, is the 4. Let's start there. We both picked the 4 on top. We like the same 4 horses here in race 7. Global Citizen, the 4, homebred for Sagamore Farm by 2 Honor and Serve. And look at the recent form since last October. 2 wins, 2 seconds for trainer Horacio De Paz. Trevor McCarthy has a win and a second on this horse. He just got beat as a favorite last out, going a mile behind Throw the Fade. But that was a game effort late March here at Laurel.
No, it was. It certainly was. And the improvement was gelded prior to that January 19th race. And, boy, the form has just really increased for him. And Throw the Fade just got, he was able to kind of put him to sleep a little bit on the front end last time. Global Citizen made a valiant effort through the last 16th of a mile, just couldn't get up. Holding great form, catches a good field in here because positionally he's going to be on or near the lead, and we know that he has finished certainly at this 7 furlong distance coming off of the mile. Let's take a look at the 1-2 Swords, his last race. That was off of a layoff. Was layoff from June of 18 to late February of 19, and we caught this horse. I think it might have been a stat play for Chomby, I think, maybe off of a certain type of layoff with a horse. But I tell you,
I think you're right.
Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah, we caught this horse. And 2 Swords was keen to go. Some speed up front, Stroll smoking a Pesh at night. But 2 Swords was able to get position off of a bit of a contested pace. And boy, striding out well around the turn. You look at him, Caramanos just eases on out to about the 3 path. And he doesn't mind being scrubbed on. I like horses like that that can just keep going and going and going and don't mind being worked on for an extended period of time. And 2 Swords going to assert himself, opens up 3.5, and we were very happy right here at nearly 13-1 stand. We knew it was over, all but the shouting. 2 Swords.
Nice price.
Yeah, he ran big. A little bit of a break here, which is good off of that big number. He's never run close to an 80 before. He's run against Global Citizens in the past, was close, maybe a length and a quarter away from him. Maybe he can turn the tables today, but I like the 4 of the 1 here in race 7. I did talk to Robin. I don't have this horse in there, but he does like Jafazo today. I will tell you that.
Who, Rodman?
Yeah, he likes Jafazo.
Well, rider change on the 6 Jafazo. Yeah, Javion Toledo on the 6 Jafazo. But, all right, we like the same 4 horses there, 4157, 4175 in race 7. Let's turn the page here. Now, remember, right after our race 7, they're getting ready to start that Stronach 5. It starts Gulfstream Park, race 7 today. Let's take a look at our 8th race to kick off the late daily double. We're going a flat mile, 25,000 starter allowance. Never won 2 is the condition. My price play of the day, the 7 Grand Oasis, 6-1 here for trainer Claudio Gonzalez, 4-year-old son of Giants Causeway. Nice maiden score last out. Maiden 25, going a mile. This horse is improving. Claudio claimed the horse for $16,000 back in December here at Laurel. Claimed the horse off a 10% trainer, and a big improvement right away for maiden 40. Just got beat a neck for maiden 40, and then came back and galloped for maiden 25. So this horse is in good form. The 7-pound bug boy Cardona won on him last time. Claudio finds a nice starter allowance for the 7 Grand Oasis. My price play of the day.
Yeah, will he be able to kind of rally into a little brisker pace? We're going to see. He had things pretty easy. It wasn't the strongest field, even money. It's Claudio, though. The horse has kind of moved up a little bit off his last 2 races, so I could see that. I go to short list, Englehart taking the edge, the drop in class, a little freshening. He had an excuse in last up at Aqueduct. Keying back, though, I'm keying up the horses that ran against Bronx Sandman, the 2 short list and the 5 Vincent Van Gogh. I think short list just has a little bit more positional speed, but Vincent Van Gogh, I think he's going to be ready to go off the layoff here for Lacey Gaudette. You see that ROI with this kind of move again at 61-180 is strong for her. So one of these 2 in race 8, somewhere from mid-pack.
All right, yeah, nice rider change on the 2 short list. Your top pick, we're going from, Gutierrez, he's a good bug boy,
right.
But still a bug boy. Now we're going to
Vargas, yeah, no doubt.
All right, let's turn the page here. Let's check out race 9. Race 9 is going to be one of our more popular races of the day. We're going to have lots of national attention on race 9. That's what the Stronach 5 does. It creates national specific attention on certain races. We'll have a big handle here in race 9. We're going 5.5 furlongs. Maiden claiming 40,000, 3 and up. The morning line favored in this race. I pick them on top. You pick them second. I don't blame you with going with the Epler first-time starter on top, the 7 quick starter. But let's start with the 8 Day the Music Died for trainer Mike Trombetta. We have a video spotlight of this horse's debut. He's a homebred for R. Larry Johnson. Here's the debut on March 8th in the Fog.
Yeah, broke okay. Really showed a nice burst of speed to go up and then kind of hound and prompt the pace of Fernwood Drive, who took a lot of play off of those workouts over at Pimlico. Fernwood Drive scratched out of this race, but Day of the Music, look at those internals, 21 and 4, 45 and 4. These two have got 4 or 5 lengths off of the next runner, the third place runner there around the turn. A little drift, maybe going to get a little bit tired there after going that fast. Opens up a brief daylight lead coming to the 8th pole. Just going to get swallowed up late. VIP Ticket, it was the next out winner, actually went to Charlestown, is going to go on by Tom Hagen, Sky late, but just a little bit of a fade late, and rightly so. They went awfully fast that day, but the number came back good at 65. That's going to put this horse right near favoritism. I think he will be favored over Railmaster, the 3.
All right, so I have the 8 on top. You have him second. You have the Mary Epler first-time starter, and she's tough with first-time starters. Very good. I've caught her with a couple nice prices with first-time starters. Montanez on this jump start, 3-year-old, a well-bred, homebred for David and Deborah Butts, the breeder. David Butts, the owner.
Well, the situation here, though, you look at the speed. There's plenty of speed in here. Horses that want to be on or near it, including the 8, our favorite Railmaster. He's done some better running up close. Frost Song, speed, reported gelding. Brooks Robinson on a barn change is going to bring the speed as well.
Yep.
Mary can get horses to win first out from off the pace. You know, her training. She does a great job over at Pimlico. She gets horses to finish, especially early in the career. You don't see that a lot. But out of a mare that won a lot of money, $208,000, 6-time winner. I know it's her first foal, but second dam was quick as well. Fine wood, so a stakes place kind of horse. So I think Kickstarter by Jump Start. May want a little bit more ground down the road. I'm taking a shot, can maybe get on past the speeds in here.
All right, so we both like the 8, 7, 7, 8 on top. The 3, Railmaster, comes off a little freshening here for trainer Ann Merriman. It's a 5-year-old son, a great notion. He's 0 for 10, but he's made a good chunk of money as a maiden. He's been right there knocking on the doors last few starts. Jevion Toledo will ride some decent recent works at Pimlico for this horse. He has enough early speed, I think, to put himself in a good early spot.
He does, but showing that the fact that he could sit back. Now, Bullet's Child, that was second time Damon, I think, opened up and lasted. It was all looked like, Studio B was going to get the nod there almost, but Bullet's Child did hold. So showing that he had a little bit of a rating gear, that was good. The negative is another thing. Where's he been? He's been freshened up a little bit, but protected with the waiver. Railmaster certainly a factor if he can come close to that 68 number. But interesting pace flow in here. Plenty of horses that want to be up close. Don't leave out the 1 as well. Damon spots his horses very well by El Padrino, a horse we know can get horses to win first out.
Yeah, well bred. You get a live rider, Caramano, some good works, recent gate work, and the barn's rolling. So, yeah, the 1 absolutely live, Reno Grande in race 9. That's it. We're out of time. Big Friday card to kick off a big weekend. We have a Stronach 5 today, 3 Preakness Preps tomorrow, Decanter tomorrow. Nice weather. A little rainy today maybe, but nice weather Saturday and Sunday coming up.
Looking forward to it. You got to love it for the Decanter.
Yeah,
we can say that a couple times, but yeah. And that's what we need. We need a good crowd there, get some new fans, and we're getting hot and heavy here for the Derby Preps. Yep, love it.
All right, Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with Scratches and Changes. Good luck.